Well, first of all, welcome everybody. How y'all doing? By the way, welcome to Kawacon 2025. Yes. This is the Unlock Your Curse energy. So I know there's a lot of energy here. Trust me, I was talking to a few of y'all before the panel started, and I felt the energy for the voice actors that are on stage right now, just for the whole, Kaisen anime and the manga, you can just feel it. I know guys are big fans. So one more time before I start chatting with them is, again, not animated, you can't ask, okay? Keep that in mind. If you have a question, I'll just be bouncing around, all right? So just raise your hand, I'll try to get to you. I'm gonna have them here about 45 minutes, so if you have your question, kind of keep it going because we want everybody to have a chance to talk to their favorite Kaizen voice actors, all right? So, shall we begin? Can we get a good San Antonio and Kawacon applause for the panel of the voice actors of Jujutsu Kaisen? Well, panel, first of all, welcome to San Antonio.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, a little birdie told me that y'all guys love talking about food.
You talk to birds?
I talked to birds. Yes. Where's the birdie in here? Raise your hand, birdie.
Yeah.
I think she's in there. She is. She told me that y'all like talking about food. So I gotta ask, did y'all sample some of the San Antonio Tex-Mex?
Not yet this trip. Not yet.
Wait, sorry.
We've only been here one night.
Yeah. If we are just talking without a microphone, can everybody hear us?
Okay.
Because we only got the one.
Yeah, we have one microphone.
Yeah.
So it might be easier to just yell at you.
I mean, who's theater trained here? I feel like, we're good. We know how to do
Tex-Mex
this.
specifically, though, I get a little nervous because my wife is from Texas, so she has very demanding standards when it comes to Tex-Mex. All right, so for example, we live in Southern California, which is on fire right now, and
We're all, I gotta say, we're all safe. Yeah,
we're all safe. But there was a Tex-Mex restaurant that opened about 5 minutes away from where we lived, and I got really excited because finally, my wife can have some Tex-Mex. Right next door, she doesn't have to come back to Texas. She walked in, she sat down, she looked at the menu, and then she looked at me and she was like, "We have to leave." I was like, "Why, honey? You haven't even tried the food?" And she points to the sauce, and she was like, "Look at the consistency of the sauce." This is not Tex-Mex. This is someone's idea of Tex-Mex. And I was like,
I relate to that because I'm Italian American from New York, so obviously I have no lack of really good Italian.
Yeah, and Italians know how to do Tex-Mex. That's right.
Tex-Mex. But whenever in LA, I only go to Italian restaurants in LA if I hear one of the waiters has an Italian accent. I'm like, "Oh, so you eat here?" Yeah. No, because an Italian is not going to sell you food that they don't stand by.
They're all actors.
An immigrant.
They're all actors. They're like, "Welcome."
No, I can.
Sign me up.
No, because I speak Italian, so if they start rattling.
That was
me-
English.
Yeah. Lo so, Adam. Lo so.
Sì, perché quando mi sto immaginando mi sta parlando.
It's beautiful.
Wait, parlo italiano qua. I need to know
So
what
New York?
restaurant. New York City.
Sunnyside.
Hey!
Wait, Sunnyside, New York? Dude, Brooklyn. I'm from California.
Don't believe a single fucking thing he says.
Let's get the questions going. I'm going to start off
Sorry.
with and give a big round of applause to Kaiji Tang. Kaiji, there are a couple people here that are excited to see y'all.
"Oh, really?"
To see you, especially. Can you stand up? I think she's right over there.
Oh, you're getting thrown under the bus.
Well, just to get things going here, I read that you were close to maybe not playing, Gojo.
Oh, that is true.
Tell
That
us
is true.
about that.
Okay, so when these guys have probably heard the story a billion times, but
I actually haven't.
oh, that's true. You know what? This is gonna be new for you then. All right. So when auditions for this show went out, they caught me in the middle of a week where I was recording two 2 fighting games and a war game. Okay, I believe one of them was a Call of Duty game. All right. So as you can imagine, those games. Very, very aggressive, requires a lot of screaming and shouting, right? So I was sitting in my booth just being like, oh God, oh God. I got through like 4 auditions and then I see the JJK audition. Now, I had no idea what this show was about, right? When I got this audition. For me, it was just like some guy who looked like Reverse Kakashi, and I was like, I'm not quite sure about this dude, you know, I'm not quite sure what he's all about. And I sat there for like 10 minutes being like, do I want to do this audition? I'm so tired. I could take a nap right now. And fortunately, I did it, right? And then after we recorded the first episode, I really got into JJK, and I was like, oh, people really enjoy this. You know?
Sorry, I've decided, by the way, that I'm going to try and start random clapping.
Random clapping.
On this panel, yeah, so.
He has a bit.
No regrets now, right?
No regrets, no, yeah.
Can we get up to Lex Lang? That's continued fan.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fan over there.
It's true. We established this earlier.
You ever look back and you see like, wow, I'm part of this massive universe, this popular anime, manga, and you're in it. You're a part of it. Talk to us about that experience.
Wow. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. You know, I've been doing this. This is my 30th year of doing voice acting, and that's part of my spiel. Basically, I've done about 500, a little over 500 characters, and then I got a phone call to play Subaru Gato. I didn't have to audition. The producers of the show called and said, "We have this part. It's not a huge part yet, but it's supposed to evolve."
You got a personal phone call for this?
Yeah. And so they said, "We think you'd be great for it." And so I was like, "Yeah." Anytime I don't have to audition for a part, I take it immediately. It's like, yes, immediately, sign me up. So when I saw what the show was about and I saw what the character was about, I was just so excited. And then
Oh dear. I didn't get it.
somebody pulled an alarm outside.
Yes, you did. It's just outside.
I have mine turned off because I don't care.
Someone's going to upload the video where it's like JJK cast applauds at Amber Alert.
TikTok is dead, KG, we're safe.
You know what? No. We would like to be excluded from this.
To be fair, for the last couple of weeks, we've been getting a lot of Amber Alerts for fires that had nothing to do with us.
Oh my God, we got a citywide, it was a county-wide alert that went out by accident.
Yeah, it
An
was
evacuation notice.
Evacuate warning for all of us, and I was just like, what? No.
Is it me?
It was a mistake. Someone
It was a
accidentally
mistake.
pressed the
Yeah,
button.
someone accidentally pressed the button.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So just to finish that.
Oh yeah, sorry, back to Lex.
Yeah, so when I saw what the show was about, I became an instant fan. So I'm as much of a fan as all of you. I read the manga all the way through. I love the show. I'm looking forward to season 3 and the movie and everything. So it's been like a huge pleasure for me to be a part of the show.
And you also have another endeavor regarding water too. You want to tell people about your?
Oh yeah, I'm an entrepreneur. So I've got a natural spring water company, and it's called H2 Ohm. Like when you meditate, and it's natural spring water, but it has positive words on the label like love, peace, joy, gratitude, things like that. And we say, think it while you drink it. The website is H2 Ohm Water, and if you want to order a meditation blanket or a yoga mat or
What's like the discount code?
the
The Kawacon discount.
Yeah, just for us.
I'll make a discount code for next week. It'll just be Kawacon, and you'll get like 10% off.
Tweet it.
I'll tweet it. You guys check it out.
Round of applause for Adam McArthur.
Go!
He's also from New York, like I am. So.
I'm too nice for that. Just kidding, you were very nice. Allegra.
Yeah.
Oh, Brooklyn. Brooklyn? Yeah.
See, look at that face. Look at that face.
One time he
She's
came-
ready to kill me or
No,
something.
one time we were at the airport and he walked up to me without saying anything, and I went into the natural, AFAB people know it, they like, what's this fucker doing next?
Watch your language.
I'm sorry, I curse all the time. Like, what's this? Oh God, this guy is getting into my personal space here, and he says I gave him like a really bad stank face before I realized.
I thought she was gonna kill me.
I was just like, and so I did that natural defense where it's just like I'm gonna make myself as unpleasant looking as possible so this man like gets away from me. Oh, it's Adam. Okay, but then I got him back, and I got him back yesterday, and I just like walked like way into his like personal space.
But I was
and
like,
just
who's
started-
this person? I was like, oh, it's Allegra.
Rescinded.
Good story that was.
So, I hear you practice wushu, is that true?
Yeah, all kinds of martial arts.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Really?
Yes.
Does that help you with
With voice acting?
and everything, action.
You know what it helps me do?
You kicked me under the table.
Yeah.
So fast.
You know when people are online and they're like talking trash, like, oh, the dub sucks? Like, I'll just go whoop that. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding. Put it on TikTok. No, I'm just kidding. TikTok's dead.
You want some ham?
Not for another day.
Yeah, no. Listen, I will say that a lot of how I view life has come from lessons that I've learned from martial arts. So I started doing Kung Fu and Judo when I was 11. I've trained my whole life.
Yeah.
I was ranked like first in the U.S. and for different things at various times. I've got a few black belts. I still do Muay Thai regularly. I like to kick and punch just like Yuji.
Especially kicking Lex under the table.
Yeah.
Lex, you okay?
So fast. He's fast.
H2O no is my company. But I would say that like, the life of an artist is kind of an interesting life. There are ebbs and flows. You feast at times and you have famine at times. You have an abundance of jobs, then suddenly you're unemployed, and that's just kind of the nature of it all. But when I was moving I grew up in Northern California, and when I was moving from NorCal to SoCal, tell that kid. I got him on my side.
I can't wait to see this JJK for a
No using the mic.
It just says they're wearing a Gojo cosplay.
Let's go get this son of a bitch.
So, yeah, let's go kick this kid's ass. Oh, not the kid. Sorry. So when I was moving to LA from Northern California, and I started acting when I was in Northern California, so my Kung Fu teacher kind of knew that I was going to embark on this journey of being an actor in LA and Hollywood and whatever. And he said to me before I left, someone has to book those jobs, it might as well be you.
Okay.
And that always stuck with me. If the possibility of having a job is even there, someone has to get it, so it might as well be me. So I've just kind of kept this attitude, and I approach all this stuff very positively. So yeah, man, martial arts has definitely made an impact in my life.
Best part of portraying in voice acting usually?
The best part?
Yeah.
Dude, there's no one best part. I get to do an amazing character. I get to actually do acting, which is amazing. When Yuji, like, see all of season 2, Yuji's crying in the club.
Right.
Like, that requires so much of an actor to do those kinds of things. But that's part of why we do it. Is it's super fun. So that is a highlight for me. How popular the show has been and how that's blown up has been amazing. And then, of course, doing things like this, where I come here and we're all just basically hanging out together, talking about the things that we love. It's so cool, dude. So, yeah. What you saying? No, don't clap for that. Don't clap for the community we've created. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
I love you guys.
Andy, Yatco, everybody.
Yeah, Andy's her mom, and if you want to give her a nickname, it's Anathan.
Why are you making it longer?
Because
That's not the point of a nickname.
Ann is long for Anathan. Anathan. Like Jonathan.
Like Jonathan, but
Like the Barcelona Spanish?
It has no. It's just.
It's just Adam being weird.
Okay. Random copy for that? Being weird?
No.
No? Okay, all right.
You can't do it too much. You can't do it too much.
Well, welcome to San Antonio.
Oh, thank you so much.
So, you've been on this journey, the Kaizen journey, and for,
Yeah.
wow, for a long time now.
Yeah.
What do you take away from it? What do you think is the biggest experience, maybe your personal lesson that you learned being part of this community?
Oh, let's see. So,
Like something you've learned from me, probably.
from Adam, what did I learn from Adam?
nothing.
How to kick someone under the table.
See?
That was me. That was actually, yeah.
You have one really
I
long.
have a really long leg. You can't see it under the table.
It sounds like a spring.
I'm really lucky because Jujutsu Kaisen was the first, or Nobara specifically, was the first like major role in an anime that I've ever booked, and it came during COVID, like during the, or not during COVID, but like during the height of the lockdown. And so it came at a strange time where like I was recording, or we were all recording from home, like a random experience. I'm so sorry for the Amber alerts. But it was a lot of me learning on the fly, learning how to do things, more quickly. Like I had never done an anime on a simul-dub schedule, so I was learning how to like work at that pace. And it's just been a really great lesson for me as an actor. And then also, like Adam said, like now that we get to go to conventions and meet all of you, like this is such a blessing and such a fun experience to get to share these experiences with you guys, because we love this, you love this. So sharing in our love of this together, like that's just exponentially even better.
Awesome. What's with you and naps?
Me and Neb, I love sleep, guys. I love sleep so much, and like I can sleep in any moving vehicle. I'll be asleep before the plane takes off, guys. Just see when the plane lands.
Like instantly, like just knock out.
I'll knock out, yeah.
I have to sleep. I can go to sleep.
I can sleep anywhere.
I am way
What do you
better
do,
at
tap the
napping
concert
than I am at
concert?
sleeping.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can nap easily, and then I have insomnia when it's actually bedtime.
No.
It's great. It's great.
But like I love going on road trips because I sleep and my husband drives.
That's funny. All right, guys.
Is someone playing Celine Dion? Thank you.
All right, guys, start thinking of some questions. Once I'm done with Allegra, it'll be your turn. So get those questions going. Raise your hands, and again,
I'm done with
if it's
Allegra.
not
That's
in the
murder.
animated, if it's not animated, you can't ask. So keep that in mind. So get those questions already percolating in your head. Everybody, welcome Allegra Clark.
I try to be Allegra Clark.
Yeah, try. Yeah.
I make an attempt.
So, yeah, New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereabouts?
We're born and raised Manhattan.
Oh, okay.
But my family's from Long Island. Mom grew up in Freeport. So when I'm back home, here I'll pull it up. When I'm back home with my family, the accent definitely. Oh no, I know he is.
I'm sitting here.
He always makes fun of me.
Look
That's
at
the
me.
thing.
I'm just an innocent guy.
No, it's not. When I'm back home with my family, the accent really starts coming out.
Yeah.
But it's so I can turn it off and on very easily.
Yeah.
But it's specific to
Yep.
specifically with my family
I lived
or
in-
other people with very thick accents.
I lived in Manhattan for a year.
Yeah.
Off East 55th Street. In front where the Jefferson Building is.
Wait, shit. So I grew
Watch
up
the
on.
language. We need
Sorry.
to
About to talk right now.
I am teaching your child so many words right now. I grew up on West 55th.
Get out.
Yeah.
I was right there in front of the Jefferson.
Yeah.
Right there. That's where I lived there for a year. Then lived in the Bronx, Riverdale.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Sunnyside. Pretty much. My heart's still in Sunnyside. So.
Yeah.
A little tiny little community, you know how it is.
Yeah.
All right, so same question for you. What's it like for you to be a part of this wildly popular anime?
I gotta go ahead and share like my favorite anecdote from meeting someone at a convention on the subject of JJK, which is that someone came up to me once at a convention and was like, Maki has been inspiring me to work out and get really strong. And I was like, realizing that I get to lend my voice to a character that has, wow. You ordered boba without me?
It happens every panel.
Okay, when am I gonna get looped in on this? Because I also have a boba problem.
Next time, we're gonna get you in the group.
I despise you, I despise you.
I'm so caffeinated.
As if you need more energy.
Realizing that I get to play in a world and lend my voice to a character that inspires people, and any kind of personal self-benefits or whatever, it just like, it humbles me in a sense where it's like, damn, I mean, I am not the person
Language.
who that was fine.
That was fine.
That was okay. That was okay.
It's a gateway.
It's a gateway. You ran a plan for that?
Gosh darn it.
Thank you.
Gosh darn it, even though I am not the reason Maki is swole and physically impressive and stunning and everything, just knowing that people are going to share that with me and be like, this character means so much to me. I'm like, this character means so much to me too. And I love having those conversations with people with regards to anything I work on. And yeah, that one really stuck with me. I think it was somewhere in Florida, and they were just like, I'm working out because of Maki, and I'm like, same. Not that I've been to the gym in a while, but like, no, it's because I got sick and then everything was on fire, and I was like, I don't want to go outside. So, but no, so it's been like 3 weeks, and I'm very grumpy about it. But I lift now, so you know.
She means the drive thing.
I lift this glass.
I lift.
Your reps again in that one.
Yeah. My trainer works me, so you know. A soundboard.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I hear you're a big Disney fan?
Yeah. Oh gosh.
about that.
Oh, you were on my Instagram, weren't you? So I grew up, obviously, like so many people. I grew up watching a lot of Disney movies and stuff. And one of my favorite places to go is absolutely Disneyland. Before everything shut down and then the Magic Keep thing changed everything, I was an annual pass holder. I used to go all the time, and when I started dating my current boyfriend, someone actually told me, you have to go to Disneyland with him and see how your energy vibes there, and that's how you're gonna see whether or not, you know, that's how I'll know. And the vibes were great, so it worked out
You have
very
a
well.
favorite Disney movie?
I am still a sucker for Hunchback of Notre Dame. That one is a weakness for me. But I think one of the ones that like really also killed me as a kid was Rescuers and Rescuers Down Here. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
Yeah. And I have to
And
add
the Lindsay Lohan Herbie.
Donald Duck. Donald Duck is my absolute favorite. I love Donald Duck so much. And when I met Daniel Ross for the first time, and he was just like, and also I'm you know, one of the voices of Donald Duck, and I was like, excuse me? And sometimes he does the voice for me, and I just giggle. It's really sweet.
Awesome. All right, now it's time for you guys to interact with the panel. We'll start the Q&A now. We'll start off with this gentleman.
He was ready.
By the way, I was monitoring. He was actually getting his cosplay ready while waiting for me.
Nice. Way to wait till the last minute.
So judgmental, this man.
I'm just kidding.
My name is Bono. So I had a question. I was very curious, and I know your answer might depend from season 1 to season 2. But curious as to your inspiration. I know y'all have scripts, but besides that, if y'all take any inspiration from the Japanese voice actors, as well as maybe the manga, from like Inoki or Nakamura, or if y'all have any maybe even communication with them, but kind of how you get into that character. And I know on a simuldub schedule, like you were saying, it could depend from season 1, maybe not. But maybe for season 2, kind of going back to listen through and have a little bit better idea of what, you know, your Japanese counterpart might have intended or how they might have sounded.
I guess that's a question I have for all of you, because I have met neither of my counterparts, Seiyu, but have any of you met?
Not yet.
Yeah.
I want to, desperately.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Generally,
Volvo for everybody! Just kidding.
generally speaking, we're very separate
Yeah.
from the original Japanese, and we have no communication with anyone who worked on the anime, much less Gege. The man, the mystery, the
cat.
the everything,
The cat.
the cat.
But I will say, most of us read the manga, so
Yes.
we take our inspiration and we, want to make it as accurate as possible from the manga. And also when we're watching, we preview the Japanese performance, and what we try to get from that is like what the emotional content is for that particular scene, and we draw from that too.
Ryan, got a next question? Go ahead.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. You
no, it's good. I'll just chill.
Well, thank you all for coming. When I see like blooper reels for like TV shows or movies, some of my favorite moments are when an actor, just for whatever reason, gets stuck on one line and just cannot get the line correct with take after take after take. I'm curious if any of you have had an experience recording for Jujutsu Kaisen where something like that happened, just for whatever reason, you're in the booth and the line will not come out correctly for you.
No, I'm perfect. Not on JJK, but on other things.
On other things.
On
Yeah.
other
For
things.
sure. I can't think of one for JJ.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like every now and again you'll find a line that if it is clunky or when you say it, it's kind of coming out weird. A lot of times, as long as it's fitting within, you can sort of make we can change it a little bit, or the director will change it. They'll be like, that feels clunky, let's like change it. I'm trying to think if there's ever been anything like funny or fun, like I wish we had more bloopers or things like that.
They used to let us do
Yeah.
it. They used
Yeah.
to let us record bloopers.
But the pace at which we're recording these episodes
So
is
fast.
actually like
Yeah.
pretty breakneck.
So you don't feel like you have the time to goof around.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when I'm working on other dubs and things like that, I just deliberately leave bombs. And especially if I know that like I'm recording before another person, I'm just like, I'm gonna just say the wrong thing and make them laugh. I do that to Greg Chun a lot on Gun Gale Online. It's very fun to do it to Greg. This was an anime. Did anyone watch any of the Fulikuli sequels or?
Oh, not this one.
Yeah, not the sequels. Yeah, okay. Well, my character had to say Haruha's like full name, and so it was like I had to say Haru, and that tripped me up for 30 takes. And they played all of them at Anime Expo. Rude. I am a good sport. So they asked me first, it was like, would you be okay with it? I'm like, you know what? I have no shame, so go ahead, embarrass me. And everyone laughed at me, and I was like, you know what? I'm laughing at myself.
So I used to do a thing called audio description. It's if you go on Netflix, it's for the heart of sight, right? So you can hear me describing like an Adam Sandler movie if you wanted to, right? And for me, every time I encountered these two words together, it would take like 10 minutes because I can't for the life of me speed through these two words. And audio description has to move pretty fast, right? The two words are blasts through. Blasts through.
Going from like a
Yeah, it's so annoying, right? And for audio description, many times you just don't have the time, right? So you have to blast through. It's like, and once you mess up there, you have to go all the way back, and you have to go, that was my
Blast through, yeah.
one of my like you guys may have heard me or seen like another JJK panel. I mention this every now and again. But one of my like ongoing voiceover jobs that I've done forever is the voice of Disney XD. Yeah. So I'm the guy who's like, we'll be right back. More DuckTales on Disney XD. It's like okay, so promo stuff is always like so fast.
Yeah.
And Disney, so I'm the main voice of XD, but then also they have Disney Now. which is not Disney Plus. It's another streaming thing, Disney Now, and you can watch things on Disney XD, on demand, and in the Disney Now app. And in the Disney Now app is the bane of my existence. Because it'll be like, we'll be right back with more DuckTales on Disney XD. We'll be right back with more DuckTales on Disney XD, on demand, and in the Disney Now app. And in the Disney Now app, like that was actually like pretty good right there.
Yeah.
But normally it's like, can't do it. Can't do it.
By the way, guys,
Apex.
quick birthday. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, Apex Legends. I speak with a Norse accent, and the rolled R on some of those words just murders me. The one that was bad was energy weapon, which is fine if I say it independently, but the second I go, I'm looking for an energy weapon, all of a sudden your tongue. I'm looking for an energy weapon, like, whoa. But then we do it regular pace, and then we do it heightened if it's happening in combat, and the second it's in combat, I'm like,
Let's go with the New York accent.
first session of the game.
I'm looking for an energy weapon.
First session of the game, I did it maybe so many times that I messed it up, and I was like, oh my god, they're gonna fire me. They're gonna fire me. I can't get through this line. Fortunately, they didn't. It's been 7 years I've been working on it, but boy.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. By the way, quick birthday shout out. He went to Dallas to go see one of the panels. And he's here, and in between, it was his birthday. And he followed his birthday.
When was your birthday?
Yesterday.
Oh, okay, happy belated birthday. I was going to say, it was like a month ago. I'm not saying that. Happy belated.
Another question?
I've been waiting on this question since WeebCon. I was going to ask it, and I was like turned away, and I was next.
Thank you so much for coming!
I host panels. I did Jujutsu Kaisen Family Feud at WeebCon, and I was told to ask you guys this. It's short and sweet. Name a character who would be most likely to be kicked out of Bath and Body Works.
Yuji would accidentally try to eat all the soap.
Why would he eat the soap?
Jogo. Jogo casually shopping in bed.
My answer is Dagon, because that is another domain expansion that's just gonna or abilities that's just gonna wipe out so much soap, so many bubbles.
The number one answer was Mahito.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Kick that fool out of everything.
And then Sukuna and Yuji were tied for second.
Yeah. Are there any Mahito cosplayers here today?
Good.
None? This is my favorite convention I've ever been. By the way, you know how we're doing random claps? I'm just gonna make, if there was a Mahito cosplay, I was gonna make everybody boo. Him or her, I was literally gonna publicly shame this person right now. No! Yeah, it's Mahito, Allegra, calm down.
Yeah, but it's also Lucian. I mean, he's so good. Lucian's great.
Go ahead.
Two questions for you. I apologize, by the way, for my language.
Two questions for you, G.
What's up, dude?
Do you accept to sign Sukuna Funko Pops? That's all I had.
I got you. Yeah, we can make that happen.
And were you the one who caused those Amber Alerts?
Did I cause the Amber Alert? Bro, I like to help the children, not steal them.
Sure!
I don't like either of your questions. How old are you? Everybody boo this 12-year-old. Have fun in junior high!
You have to come through me!
Hey, watch your back.
Again, you have to come through me.
first of all, love the energy, by the way.
Thank you.
Awesome energy. I just wanted to know, because I'm planning to go to college at some point to study, and I was thinking about choosing voice acting at some point. I just wanted to know how you like started your journey into voice acting or anything like that, if that's okay.
Can you choose?
Anne is the best person to ask this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
By the way.
That aligns.
So, I actually went to college for biomedical engineering. Bachelor's of Science in Biomedical Engineering from Marquette University, and I was gonna be a doctor. But I also have been doing piano lessons and singing lessons and acting like from the time I could, speak. And I always loved performing, and while I was in college, I was acting regularly at the theater school. I was practically living there, and my acting teacher there said, you should think about grad school. So I did, and I auditioned through this program that you do one audition for like 30 colleges and or like summer stock theaters, and I got into the California Institute of the Arts, which is in Valencia, which is just north of LA. So I moved out to California, got my MFA in acting, and then I was like, oh, what do I do? Oh no. And I was like,
Doctor, acting, no!
No, I know, right? So I actually found a day job as a forensic scientist.
Are you kidding me? CSI Ann!
I was a forensic scientist for 7.5 years, but the whole time I was doing theater in LA, I took voiceover lessons, I took classes, I did my demo, I started auditioning. I just started submitting for anything and everything I could find. And little by little, I built up my resume as far as voice acting. And I kind of fell into dubbing specifically just because someone had hired me for something else, and then they said, oh hey, I've got this project, can you do this live action dub? And I was like, okay, I'll learn how to dub on the fly. Thank you, Bob Buckles. Yeah, honestly. And so I just kind of learned by doing. And then I just kept saying, yeah, I can do that, I can do that. And I kept just working off and on for the last, decade or something.
You don't need to go to college for voice acting.
No.
No.
You don't.
It's
But for acting would be.
for acting. I would say make sure if you find a program that offers VO, then that's definitely a thing.
Sure.
But I'd say just like a good acting theater background is the most.
You don't necessarily have to get a BFA or an MFA or anything like that,
No.
but find classes. Just start learning. If
Make
you're
sure you
trying
love
to become a
it,
voice
too.
actor.
Yeah, make sure you love it.
But also, you can do acting classes on the side,
Yeah,
and you
yes.
can get a major that helps you in life, like business.
Pay your
I
bills.
feel like the school for vet med. That's my.
Let's go. Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So you support animal hospitals.
Yes.
We got time for just a couple more questions. I'm sorry, so we're gonna go.
I'm sorry, we're so chatty.
We are.
So my question was for Adam specifically. I love JJK. Yuji's one of my favorite main characters,
Thanks,
but
Mom.
one of my favorite villains as well as Sukuna.
Okay.
So basically my question was, how closely do you and Ray work together trying to build the dynamic between you two, sharing two characters in the same body? How closely do you guys work together, and how does that kind of alter the dynamic of the character when you guys are trying to act, especially in season 2 with
Well, it is on site between the two of them. So.
Yeah. Ray also voices Choso. And so one time we were at a convention in Pasadena, I walked into the bathroom and it was just Ray in the bathroom. And I stopped and I was like, are we supposed to fight? Dude, I wish that there was some cool story where I'd be like, yo, me and Ray, we got lost in the manga together and we talked about this dynamic and stuff like that. A lot of times in what we're doing, there's not time to do that. Like I said before, the production pace is just so quick. I will say though,
And we all record independently as well.
What's amazing is all of us read the manga. So I do think that gives us a leg up on a lot of what other shows maybe do. A lot of people don't do that. But collectively as a group, we are all putting everything we've got into this. But Ray know each other as friends. So I do think that there is, we have that working to our advantage also. We almost didn't need to because we already know each other, you know what I mean? And then the other good thing is we have an amazing director. So our director is also seeing things in his session that they can call out to me in my session and kind of make those connections. So the cool thing about any animation that we do, whether it's prelay or dubbing and stuff like that, it's a very collaborative process. So there are always, on many different levels, and not just between the actors, ways for us to kind of collab and work together.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Very good. Next question. Here you go.
Hi, sorry. I blanked out. Okay,
You're good.
so kind of a weird, strange question. It's kind of funny though, lots of giggles and gaggles,
I'm so excited to
So
gaggle.
which JJK character could you all take in a fight?
Mila.
Momo, just go down.
She can't swing a sword anymore.
Spoilers!
She said it herself.
She does.
She says it.
Right, I would not fight Mila.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about
Mean answer. Mean answer.
Start this.
I could probably take the human earthworm. I could probably take that guy.
Had enough already.
No, it's look. You asked the question, all right? Look, either I can fight the human earthworm or the girl who has a crush on Yuji. To be fair, she's pretty tall. Okay, she is pretty tall. So
The girl with the crush on Yuji is going through enough already because she has a crush on Yuji. I mean, you can fight someone for bad taste, I guess.
What about you, Lex?
Mojito.
you think you can take mine?
Rico, probably, with one bullet. I'm just kidding. I hated that scene. It was so tragic.
That seems so sarcastic. You're like, oh really? I hated that scene.
Oh, I was so sad when that happened. I was so bummed out. Oh.
That's not too much of a spoiler. Right? It's been animated. Everyone's seen it.
All right.
It was tragic when I saw it. I was just like,
As a martial artist, who could I take in the JJK world? Sometimes it's not about being like more physically able than someone you're fighting. You just gotta outsmart them. So my choice is gonna be Nanami because he's dead. Big brain Yuji! I made someone leave!
I think the correct answer is now just take Ada.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take him. No, you know those little curses that are like the little flies? I can take those guys for sure. Yeah.
All right, we got the
I
final.
think I can. No, I can take Toto. I can't.
I've watched that all day.
Because the first thing he'd ask me is, "What's your type?" And I also like a tall woman with a big derriere. So he'd be like, "Brother!" And I'd be like, "Let's go, dude!" So we wouldn't fight. So I can take him in a fight.
We got the final question of the panel. So make it good.
Hi, my name is Layla. One thing that I really like to do is when I really enjoy a voice actor's performance, I check their behind the voice actors page and see all their roles, even some niche ones. Like I remember I popped up when I found out that Kaiji Tang voices Detective Pikachu. Way before I watched JJK, and I'm like, what do you mean he's the original Detective Pikachu and not Ryan Reynolds? So basically what I'm saying is, what is one like more niche or less talked about voice character that you really enjoyed, but it's not like super popular or anything like that?
I mean, Human Earthworm, right?
Human earthworm, obviously.
Yeah.
My magnum opus.
Gojo's also a very niche character.
Yeah, he's
No one likes him.
So there is a show that I love with all my heart that we did called Megalobox.
So good shit.
You might know it, right?
Yeah.
Megalobox was this beautiful love letter to early 2000s, late 90s sort of anime, right? It had a very Cowboy Bebop feel. The soundtrack was so good. It looked like it was hand-drawn, right? It's just, I can't recommend that show enough to people. It's a sports anime, right? But it's not really. It's a character piece, right? So I definitely recommend anyone who has not seen Megalobox please do yourself a favor. It's
second
just
that.
utterly fantastic.
Yeah.
And also,
And you play Gearless Joe.
I play Gearless Joe.
And I play Yuri the Champ on that.
That's right.
Together.
And I play someone's assistant. Erica Harlicker's assistant in it.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. All right, guys.
Yeah, I was going to say Megalobox.
Yeah, Megalobox also.
Yeah.
So in 2008 maybe, LeBron James had an animated series. It was called The LeBrons. And all the
And you were
characters
the
were
voice
like
of LeBron James, right?
all of the characters were different versions of LeBron. Except for the one nerdy white kid friend named Eric. And so I played all the white kids. There's a couple bullies here and there.
That's probably for the best.
But I was in the main ensemble, the best friend of one of the characters, who was voiced by LeBron James, and so I was in LeBron James' animated series, The LeBron. Season 1, super cool. It was, I think they originally aired it on YouTube, but it looked like the animation was amazing. And then Season 2, they lost all funding, and they went from 2D animation to 3D animation that looked like it was from like 1994. And it was bad.
Oh no!
Yeah, so don't watch Season 2, but if you want to watch Season 1, if you see a white kid, that's me.
Anybody watch South Park out there?
Yeah! I've heard of it.
There's one episode called The Scoots, where all these scooters show up, and it's being narrated by Kenny as an adult, and that's me.
That's awesome.
That's cool. I did this anime called Sakugan. This was like 2021 or something like that, and I played the main character was this little girl, and it's a really lovely like father-daughter relationship, but they also pilot this giant mech and they're like digging through like the underground tunnels. But it's such a sweet show and like so funny and so lovely, and Adam and Kaiji are also in it as other characters in it, and I loved the show so much, and nobody watched it. Like literally nobody watched it, but I was like, I'm the main character.
Failed.
Yep.
Felt. I'm gonna pick a game for this one. It's the people who play it absolutely love it and are obsessed with it, but it never hit like a huge market. It's called 13 Sentinels each.
Oh,
is great. Yeah, so you can tell the three people here played it are like. It is an absolutely stunning game. I play one of the leads in it, and I cried recording it, and I cried playing it, and it was just such a beautiful story. I can't really explain it. It's like part visual novel, part
It's
like
really hard to
strategy
explain the
mech
story.
game. Yeah, it's hard to explain. Kaiji was also in it
Yeah.
as arguably the best character.
Yakisoba-pan.
Yakisoba-pan. I was absolutely in love with that game. And what was so beautiful about it is that everyone who worked on it, Christian was telling me this, everyone who worked on it was super invested in the story. And you play as like 13 different protagonists, and you see their stories, and it's really cool, and they interweave, and there's time travel and magical girl stuff. It's wild. And we all, when we were done recording, we all were like, wait, so what happened to this character? What happens in their story? They good? Like, what's going on? And we all cared, and it's so beautiful, and it's a Vanillaware game, so it's beautiful to look at, and I highly recommend it.
Also, each of us only had our own 13th piece of the story, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, each actor only had that one little part that they were a part of.
Well,
So we had to sort of like...
a little different for me, but...
Oh, well, yeah. but
Yeah,
you're
a little
for
different
sure.
for me. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm not
She dies.
spoiling it. Never played with fighting. Not wrong.
All right.
On that note,
guys, your booths are open, right?
Yeah, we should be.
Come
I
say
think we'll
hi.
be for the most part back at like 3:15, 3:30ish.
So
Yeah.
that gives you a little time to head on down and get in line to get yourself an autograph,
except
chat with them.
You are so mean.
One more time. Give me a round.
Thank you.